What's going on, everyone? If you played recently, you just got 2 free gear sets, but one of them, the Ghost Knight set, just helped me achieve my fastest kills ever on Ozma and Hismar. Actually, these may be the fastest kills on these 2 bosses in the world, and while its ultimate power truly shines with the legendary version and New Game Plus and Plus Plus, even the base set delivers serious, efficient damage. Let's dive into exactly how you're going to delete those boss health bars. First things first, if you played between May 24th and June 25th, this game-changing armor should be waiting for you in your game inbox, under the Pathfinder package, so make sure to claim it. I highly recommend you craft a legendary version of the Ghost Knight set for the extra fixed attributes, especially on the gloves and boots. The Ghost Knight armor has the following set attributes. Brink Dodge, stamina recovery rate increased by 50% for 10 seconds. Potent Blow, stamina damage increased by 20%. Spirit accumulation increase by 25%. And Composed damage increase 35%. Now that last bit is huge. I don't think I've seen a higher damage increase buff than 35%, and the fact that it's for being composed means it buffs everything when you're above 50% stamina. I'm talking regular attacks, spirit attacks, burst attacks, and most importantly, your phantom form attacks. But I'll get back to the phantom in a minute. Let's just finish going over our gear. Since we're already talking about the Ghost Knight set, let's start with the chest piece. This is the epic version, which comes with enemy exhausted damage increase 10%, which is really good, and you'll see later on why. Okay, on the gloves, you're going to want the legendary version. As you can see, these come with composed damage increase 25%. The pants are just okay, but legendary is still good because you get more max stamina, which will help you stay above the 50% threshold for composed. And the boots, as you can tell, fixed attributes, enemy exhausted damage 10%, as well as composed stamina damage 10%. Okay, our last piece of armor is going to be our Danjon helmet, and we go with the stun jar for the extra 10 proficiency, which actually boosts our total to 109 proficiency, which is the max that you can get. As far as our weapon, we go Temple Knight Spear, because it gives us Crescent Strike damage increase 15%. Crescent Strike is already good. Once you tack on Trance on top of that, then you put the composed damage increase even above that, this thing just shreds the boss. For accessories, we go down here to the Necklace of the Singing Hawk. So this is from the Unending Tragedy set, and we get composed damage increase 15%. So as you can see here, we're just stacking composed as much as we can. And lastly, Cutthroat's Ring, rear assault damage increase 20%. As far as hotkey items, you really don't need anything if I'm being honest. Okay, now that we've covered the gear, let's go over to our stats. As you can see here, we are level 250, which is the max you can be for New Game Plus. We put nothing into Vitality, Endurance is 64, Strength is 27. As always, we put just enough strength into the build to make sure that our agility is into the A tier. We max out willpower and proficiency as well. And if you look over here to the right, under the attribute info column, you can see the section where it says stamina status, and we have composed damage multiplier increase 7.5%. But the huge number is just below that. Composed damage increase 89.2%. So as you can see on our gear and our rolls for our weapon as well, we're just trying to stack as much damage and specifically composed damage as we can. Okay, hopping over to the skill tree. The most important skills you're going to need for this build are going to be After Image Thrust, Trance, which is a no-brainer. We use Shadow Reversal almost every chance that we get. Shadow Strike is nice to avoid damage while building up Phantom Gauge as well. Crescent Strike is really going to be what's destroying these bosses when we're not in Phantom form. And then over in the Common tab, we take all of the resources that we can. We take everything into Reflection, everything into Brutal Attack. And then let's head over to the Phantom Form column. So we take everything in this whole Phantom Form section. Most importantly is going to be Phantom Form Reinforce. Increase the damage of attacks used while in Phantom Form. Also, secondarily, Extension, increase the duration of Phantom Form. And lastly here, we have Phantom Attack Havoc. Gain the ability to charge Phantom Attack Charge. So this right here, Havoc plus Reinforce, are just going to shred every boss that we fight against. And you'll see that in a minute. Guys, if you enjoy content like this, please do me a favor, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Also, comment down below what other type of Khazan or other ARPG content you'd like to see. Alright, let's get back to the video. So next I'm going to play the full fights for Ozma and Hismar. After that, I'll break down each one so you have a better understanding of what's going on. So let's talk strategy against Ozma. Now since this is a build designed for late New Game Plus or New Game Plus Plus, I'm going to assume your reflection skills are pretty decent. So the first thing we do is reflect Ozma's first attacks. My timing is always better on the second attack because of the bigger windup, but you can reflect the first one as well. Now once you do that, immediately go into Shadow Reversal, Trance, Crescent Strike times 2, and then repeat this until just before he breaks out of exhaustion. Land your burst attack and he should be dead or within a couple of hits at least. Phase 2, we want to reflect his first and second attack. From there we combo into Moonlight Stance, Shadow Reversal, Trance, After Image Thrust fully charged, and then activate Phantom Form to put him into exhaustion. Even if this doesn't exactly put him into exhaustion, you can hit him a couple of times in Phantom Form to get him there. After that, run past him and fully charge your Katana Strike. The reason why we go behind him is so that we can get the rear assault damage multiplier on the attack. Once the Katana hits, run behind him and do it again. This should kill him or get him really close. Either way, power down from Phantom Form to reserve the gauge for Phase 3. Finish him off with a burst attack and take a look at your gauge because it should fill up by about 40% or so. In Phase 3, if your gauge isn't back to full, your focus is to get it there by landing spirit attacks on him. Crescent Strike, After Image Thrust, even Shadow Strike will work fine. All you're trying to do here is fill up your Phantom gauge and try to activate it in a way that puts him into exhaustion. or you activate it immediately after he's been exhausted by something else. Again, run behind him and fully charge your katana for the bonus rear assault damage. But after that, fully charge 2 more katana attacks, and this should kill him or put him really close. If he does fly up into the air for a cinematic attack, you can try to finish him off with javelins, or just dodge his projectiles, brink guard his diving attack, and then finish him off quickly. The strategy against Hismar is pretty simple really. Brink guard as much as you can while staying close. That's because you can normally land a crescent strike or a vital strike as he recovers from his swings. If he dives down, try to land trance into after image thrusts or a crescent strike for max damage and phantom gauge buildup. Eventually, when he's exhausted, activate phantom form and aim 2 fully charged katana strikes for his head. Follow it up with a burst attack, and he should be dead or damn near close to it. You can follow up your burst attack with trance into crescent strike if he's still holding on for dear life. Alright, that covers the full breakdown of how to leverage the Ghost Knight's armor set for those lightning fast kills on Ozma and Hismar. If you're tackling New Game Plus or New Game Plus Plus and want to truly dominate these bosses, this build is your fastest path to success. If you found this guide helpful for mastering those encounters, please do me a huge favor, smash that like button, it really helps the channel out. Also make sure to subscribe if you don't want to miss future builds and strategies designed to help you conquer any challenge. And comment below what other Khazan content or ARPG guides you'd like to see next.